Do you think that birthright citizenship should be ended?
Yeah, absolutely. Going forward,
We should end birthright citizenship.
Yeah, to me, it's about enforcing the laws in this country. So that people misunderstand, you're actually not for ending birthright citizenship.
I'm not taking a position on it one way or the other.
That was Scott Walker's murky answer on whether he supports Donald Trump's proposal to send back the babies of undocumented immigrants, evidence of just how much Trump is controlling the conversation for Republicans. And Essie, did you see this coming?
On birthright citizenship?
Yeah.
No, I think we all kind of just did a little research in the past few days.
Where did this come from? Yeah.
But I actually learned a lot about it. And actually, there are only 30 countries that practice birthright citizenship, making the U.S. kind of an anomaly. 56%
But
of
the United
Americans...
States is kind of an anomaly, right?
Totally. Exceptional.
It's
Exceptional. 56% of Americans want it gone. So I mean, what Trump is proposing is not practical. It's probably not workable, and mostly because conservatives don't warm to constitutional changes very easily. But not that controversial a debate to be having, actually. And I actually am grateful that we've been discussing it and looking at it.
Kevin, I mean, this goes way beyond self-deportation.
Yes.
I mean,
Well, look, we had
rounding up babies.
Remember we had the RNC did an autopsy after the 2012 elections, and they came up with two main points, which was let's get control of the debates. The debates have now turned into a little bit of the Donald Trump show, and let's do a better job of reaching out and offering better outreach to Hispanic audiences and other minority audiences. This absolutely complicates that because we're having a conversation that's defined by what we're against, instead of having a conversation that's defined by what we're for. How a more modernized immigration system is going to help the country.
I mean, and Kevin's absolutely right. This conversation has moved far right from 2012, where President Obama got over 70% of the Latino vote. And in fact, the Latino vote is going to grow in 2016 from where it was in 2012. So it just makes common sense to actually try and reverse this conversation. And yet
just real quick, somebody was saying to me the other day, they said, well, 51% of the American people agree with this idea. And I said, the real important percentage is a Republican's going to have to get over 40% of the Hispanic vote if they want to be president.
And that's the key number. That's the larger point. But it also has to do with your language and the humanity by which you speak. And I think that most
Or in Scott Walker's case, not having a language on this
Scott
issue.
Walker got turned into the proverbial pretzel by Donald Trump. And that's what happens. Donald Trump pushes these issues, and he pushes the candidates so far right that one day Donald Trump is for stripping the birthright provision out of the Constitution. The next day he doesn't know, and now he's in a pretzel.
And that's the risk. I mean, Republicans right now are reacting to Donald Trump on a whole host of issues. They've got to get back and start controlling the tone and tempo of this race before Donald Trump.
And let me give a little bit of advice to Jeb Bush. A better term than anchor baby is simply baby, okay? I mean, if you want to talk to Hispanic voters...
Well, anchor baby is a technical term that even the New York Times has used, so I think that's been very...
Yeah, but it sounds terrible.
It is.
All right, so if you can't start to reach out to people...
I mean, I think we can agree that term anchor baby seems to only be used when they're the children of Latinos. And I think that's where a lot of Hispanic people have a problem with this. We saw Tom Llamas at ABC take on Donald Trump over this on ABC earlier this week. And I think that there is a reason for Latinos to have a problem with this.
I think Jeb Bush is not as susceptible to that. He's married to an Hispanic. He speaks Spanish. He's going to have a better chance to get past that. But for the party overall, we do have to make sure that we do a better job of talking.